Okay. Dressed, makeup on, not bad. I have to go to the post office. We have 2 letters to mail. One of them is my income tax return because I sent it in February apparently to the wrong state, which is very unusual for me. And so I just printed out another copy from TurboTax, put it in another envelope, and I'm going to send it off again to the state that I always send it off to, which is Utah. So it's been 2 months and 3 days since I dropped it in the mail the last time. So hopefully this is going to be better. So it's walk time. We're on our 3rd lap, right?
Right.
3rd lap. It's a Monday, so it's really quiet, and a lot of the stores aren't even open yet. And the stores that are open, really, there's not much business here. Hopefully the mall will kind of come around and everything will be okay, but it's pretty quiet for the most part, especially this hour of the morning. It's like almost 11 o'clock, and yeah, finishing the 3rd lap. I'm gonna go home and make an iced coffee pretty soon. Just get this one in and get it done. Yeah, pretty soon we'll be able to walk outside because it's in the 50s. We left our coats in the car, so that's good. Pretty soon outside. We're home and cooking. Sweet potato fries in here. I got some chicken in here. Babe, I want to show your plate real quick. And George is having chicken with broccoli and turkey chili that I made. Actually, I made this the other day, so he's having that. It's pretty good. And if you like peppers like this, try the sweet and hot. If you like the mild pepper rings, try the sweet and hot. They're so good. And then we saved the brine, and we put a whole jar of olives in the brine. It's so good. So we walked almost 3 miles, 14 minutes for each lap. It's really good. So now we're gonna eat, and then we might be going out this afternoon for coffee. Right, babe? Yeah. Good morning. It's the next day. I didn't finish yesterday's video. I just got done putting my color on my hair, and this morning I used this one. Now I would typically always use Nice and Easy, and then there was two of my colorings that they didn't have Nice and Easy, so I used the Garnier, but I was able to get what is typically my color. So I'm all done. I'm gonna put my contact lenses in. I have to go to the bank, and we need to go over to Lowe's to get a light bulb for the back door light, the outside light. But yeah, it came out pretty well. Can't complain. What do you think? We just took our walk, came home and made lunch. So Gio's having broccoli. I steamed that in the microwave. Sweet potato fries, which were reheated in the air fryer, and tofu with seasoning and some breading, and then the sweet peppers, sweet and hot peppers, and olives. So that's what he's having. And I got chili dogs and peppers and olives, and we're both having water.
Banana bread.
Okay, lunch is done. Kitchen's cleaned up. And how nice that is. Well, I got to put the frying pan away, but kitchen's cleaned up. We're gonna split this because there's a little bit of sugar in banana bread, so we're gonna split this little piece. And I've got my iced coffee. This is cafe mocha with the Irish cream and just the Mr. Coffee. And Gio used the frother like he does every day. And he's got
very little bit of Irish cream because of the sugar. And he's got almond milk. So he starts his with almond milk. And then I add a little bit of either French vanilla or the Irish cream or whatever it is that we have, but just a tiny bit. And then he uses the frother. So because of the milk, when he uses a frother on his, it bubbles like a bubble bath. And for me, it's foam, like cold foam. It's cold foam. So this is what we're having for dessert. Yeah, doesn't that look good? Look at that. Chocolate chips and walnuts in there. Oh my God. All right. I'll put that right there. Hopefully that will be okay. I just made my coffee. It's 2:10 in the afternoon on the 15th. So everything in this video was from yesterday and today, because I'm trying to incorporate something other than me just sitting here talking, you know. And there's places that we go off to and things that we do and I don't get any video of. And then I'm like, oh, I should have done that. Anyway, I'm trying to get better. Just made my coffee using my Dunkin' cup from last week when Gio went to get his real ID, which I don't know if I talked about. I think I did, and I think I deleted the video. Anyway, last Friday or Thursday, he got his real ID done. We're waiting for it in the mail. But anyway, that all got done. And then we went to Dunkin' because he had credit on his Dunkin' app. And I got a coffee that I didn't like, but I kept the cup. So I'm keeping with my Dunkin' and McDonald's tradition and keeping the cups. So I want to show you what I got in the mail like 2 weeks ago, which just goes to show how far behind I am. So far behind. Just got the hair done, showed that earlier. What do you think of this? I'm going to get probably a blue or a black bralette. I think I have a black bralette that will go with this. Super cute. I think it's super cute. Has the tie. I guess I could do either the tie in the front or the tie in the back. Anyway, I like it. Don't know who sent it. Came in the mail. Came from Temu, along with a pair of heels. I still haven't worn them yet, so I kept the little stuffy thing in there. But look how pretty. I don't own heels. Well, I own heels now because I own these. But how cute are these? This strap goes underneath, and then it will go around and hooks here. See that? Love them. But look at these boots. I've said so many times I'm a boot person. It's got the lace, this filigree look, nice size heel and wide. I love the wide heel. Zipper in the back, the rounded toe, not the pointy toe, which is really nice. And I only brought down one shoe of each because I didn't feel like carrying them both down. But I like this for the same reason with the wider heel. So anyway, thank you for whoever sent those things. I don't know how I missed Joanne's birthday. I think the day before yesterday, but I did catch it on Facebook. I'm not usually on Facebook. It's very rare. But I happened to go over onto Facebook for a completely different reason. Like, I have a reason to go on Facebook every now and then because I'm checking on something. And I saw that, Joanne, it was your birthday. And I don't have it in my journal because I have all these birthdays listed. And either I have it and I totally missed it, but anyway, I did catch you on Facebook, so I hope you had a wonderful birthday. And there's one more birthday that I know of towards the end of the month that I'm not going to miss. So yesterday, I had to reprint my tax return. my 2024 that I filed, because like 9 weeks have gone by and I've heard nothing. And then I'm thinking where I mailed it to, because I have to do the paper mail-in. I can't do the e-file because I don't have a certain number, that I mailed it to the wrong place, the wrong state. So I reprinted, got it in an envelope, and Gio had mailed it to go out too. So we went to the post office, and that stuff got in the mail yesterday around noon. It's got that done. He had a doctor appointment. It went perfectly well. Like, stuff's getting done. We're waiting on some things to come through the internet, the emails that we'll take care of, which is like wills and power of attorney and advance directive that we will need to get. We have to get 2 witnesses. Again, I might have talked about all this, but we talked with the lawyer on the phone, put everything, she's got all of our wishes. They're writing everything up. They're going to email it to us. If it's okay, we print it out. We take it to the notary. We have the notary at AAA. We need 2 witnesses. So I've got to round up 2 people, or he has to round up 2 people. We each have to round up a person to go to AAA with us to witness. Yeah. I don't know who we're going to use. And there's a book called Go, Be Kind. Go, Be Kind. And we went to Barnes & Noble yesterday because we have a gift card for $25 that came in the mail. The girl at Barnes & Noble said they don't have any copies of it, but she could try to order it, but there was only 1 left in the warehouse. And she said somebody else might already have put in the order, so that book may go to someone else. So we came home and ordered a used version of it, a paperback, for $6 as opposed to 20 on Amazon. So that's going to be about a week. It's about a week before it will show up. But once it gets here, I'll show you what it's all about. And it had to do with some shows we were watching on TV the other couple of nights, on Buddhism, on living your best life, your most peaceful life, your calmest life. We watched a show on grounding, taking off the socks and the shoes and putting your feet on the earth, which is supposed to really help your mental health and your physical health. So we've been watching all these science-like, philosophy-based shows. Super, super fascinating. And on one of those, this gentleman wrote this book, Go, Be Kind. He also has a book called Go, Be Brave. So once the book gets here, I'll show you. We'll see what it's like together. We've been walking each day. Today, for the first time, we walked part of the neighborhood. Instead of going to the mall, we walked. It was about 20 minutes. It's definitely shorter than us going to the mall, but we just wanted to kind of get a little feel for part of the neighborhood, so we did that. Yesterday we walked the mall. The day before that we walked the mall. Pretty much every day we're over there, and we get 45 minutes, between 43 and 45 minutes in just about 3 miles. So last night I slept until 5. The night before I was up at 3, quarter to 3. The night before that I was up at 2. The night before that I was up at 2. There's a lot of anxiety and what if thinking going on. There's always a lot to do and a lot to figure out, like we're all going through. And yeah, So right now the new dilemma, if you can call it a dilemma, is the outside light downstairs outside of our basement door. Gio said, I think the bulb was burnt out. He flipped the switch the other day and the light didn't come on. There's an outside light outside of the basement door, and there's an outside light here outside of the patio door. You guys know, right? There. Okay. So we're thinking it's the bulb. So we stop at Lowe's on the way back from, where the heck did we go this morning? Oh, we went to the bank. We stopped on the way back from the bank to get a light bulb for downstairs. So we put the new light bulb in, the light still doesn't work. So he says, well, it's either the fixture or it's the wiring. So we come upstairs, and outside the patio door is the exact same light that's downstairs, and that light doesn't work. So he puts a new bulb in this one, and it still doesn't work. So now he's checking the home warranty that we bought when we bought the house to see if it covers anything electrical. And if it does, then he's going to give them a call and say, well, look, we've got 2 outside lights and neither of them work. So what do we need to do? It's just very weird. Exact same light fixtures, neither one works. Put new bulbs in, nothing happens. And then the screens on the downstairs windows and on the upstairs windows, the double-sided, down here in the downstairs on the screens, they have double-sided sticky tape that's really old. And so it's all, cracked, and so the screens were blowing outward. So we need to either get double-sided sticky tape for the windows, or upstairs, the one window has these little plastic clips that you clip the screen onto the trim, and one side is intact and the other side is broken. So we either need to pick up the clips, if he would prefer to use the clips, or get the double-sided sticky tape. It's like, as you live somewhere longer and longer, you start to see, the little things that just either weren't told to you, or someone didn't know about, or they just didn't bother. It's probably more they just didn't bother. So that's what's going on. I'm watching my neighbors. My neighbor has 2 dogs, and he lets the dogs out right around this time into the common area, and for them to go to the bathroom. And then he cleans up after them. He's a security guard. I only know it because he's got a shirt, black shirt, and his white letters that says security across the back. So he's a security guard somewhere. Anyway, I was just watching his dogs. So it's just been a matter of us, hitting the grocery stores, picking up the things that we need for healthy heart eating for him. Me, I'm kind of like, I don't know, something's got to take me out of this world. However, my eating is not awful. It's not awful. I have cottage cheese and fruit. That's usually my dinner. And then breakfast. Sometimes I don't even have breakfast. Sometimes it's a banana nut muffin. So I figured the potassium and the walnuts, I just kind of overlook the sugar that's in there. But anyway, so we've been hitting a couple different stores to see how they're laid out and to see what they have. Again, new area for me. There's a Giant supermarket. I wouldn't typically shop in a Giant because Their prices always were really high. Now they've dropped a lot of their prices since the last time I was in a giant supermarket. And I was able to pick up a few things the other day. And then there's a store called Lidl. I think it's pronounced Lidl, L-I-D-L. And I get like salmon, and their fruits and vegetables are pretty decent there. They're pretty decent. But if you want something really exotic or really different or, whatever, you need to go into a big store, something like Giant. You can get all kinds of, like dragon fruit and stuff like that. That's not stuff I would get, but anyway. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to remember as we do things, just to get a little film clip, so that you guys can come along and kind of share in my day and what it is that I do in a day and how the day goes. I will be on my own this evening. He has his paint class, and so I'll be on my own for the evening. I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do, but I'll find something. I'll figure out something. Probably watch videos. I'm trying to catch up a little bit on people's videos. Mostly it's just a matter of me trying to be okay. And it's amazing how much hard work it takes to be okay. We went to the mall yesterday. We got our walk in. And we stopped somewhere else. And I don't remember where it was. And I don't even think I went in with him, whether he went to pick up his tax papers or, he dropped off the letters at the post office. So he just ran in to the post office. I stayed in the car. And then we came home, we had lunch. And then in the afternoon, we went to the local McDonald's and we met with my old friend Dave and his woman. And we had some iced coffees, and we sat and talked for about an hour and a half. Went from there to the bookstore to see if I could get this book, Go, Be Kind. And then we came home. By the time I got home, which was around 4:30, I felt like the life was just sucked out of me. Just like there was nothing left of me. And it's so much, it was too much for me in one day. The way my anxiety runs, the way everything becomes like work, like very physical for me. And I don't do well. So by about 5:30 last night, I was just literally ready to drop on my face. I was so worn out from the day, just from like one place to another place to another place. I was worn out. So today, we have about 3 hours yet. Gio's going to go down and work in the basement. He needs to put some wood pieces around his paintings, or in the back of them. And so today, where did I say we went this morning? To the bank. Yeah. And then we went to Lowe's. See how with it I am? And then he stopped at his daughter's to get some tools that were in his daughter's basement that he needed for these paintings, to put this wood on. I didn't go in, I stayed in the car. And so he's going to go work on that. And I think I'm going to work on, let me show you. I have, how many colors done? I have at least 3 colors of this new Gem Art. 1, 2, 3. I think I did the V's. No, I guess I didn't do the V's. Oh no, you know what? I did some of them. B, what's B? B is black. Okay, I've got a lot of V's to do. So I did 3 so far, 3 colors so far. You can see some blue, some oranges. So I'll work a little bit on that. That's kind of about it. Otherwise, I'm just trying to maintain, myself. I'm just trying to be. One of the monks that we were watching the other night said something like, don't do, just be. Just be. I'm like, if I could put that into action, it would be wonderful to just be, you know? Don't try to work so hard at everything. Just be. I'm done. I'm going to put all these clips together. I'm going to throw them all out there. And I need to check my video on intimacy, because I put it up and I have not been over to my channel since. Like, I'll put a video up and then sometimes it's the next day I'm over there checking it and answering comments. Sometimes it's a week before I pop back over there. And he is still working on my website. The template that I picked out wouldn't load properly, so he turned it over to the support people. They couldn't get it to work either, so they're working on it, and sooner or later, hopefully, somebody can get it working so that then I can start fooling with blogging on there. But that's what's holding it up, is we have the domain name, I picked the template, it's just the template won't load correctly. Some of the pages come up, some of the pages do not come up. So that's what we're waiting on there. That's it, I'm gonna go. You guys take care, please take care. Sending lots of love. Halfway through April, 2 more weeks, and we're into the month of May. And then hopefully the rain and the wind and the cloudy skies will be gone for the most part. This Sunday is Easter Sunday. For those of you who celebrate the holiday of Easter Sunday, have a wonderful day. I'll be here before then, most likely. I do not celebrate Easter in the typical tradition, but still, I'm still looking forward to the day, and figure out what kind of a good meal to make. And I'd love to fix him an Easter basket, but I don't have a clue what I would put in it. Like, I don't know what I would put in it. I keep thinking about it, and it's like, what would I put in an Easter basket for him? I don't know. But if I can think of a few things, I might put together an Easter basket for him. Just something small, just something different and unusual. I'll think on it. I'm gonna go. See ya. Okay, I absolutely have to show this. I got my final UGI bill in the mail today. This is the closing out from the apartment. And this is what I owe. 4 cents. So I needed to put a stamp on. That cost me, I think, 75 cents to send 4 cents. I need to write out a check for 4 cents. I kid you not. I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. But 4 cents, I don't